Hey guys, Paul from Net Audio here, and we're going to talk about a product that we've actually been making for quite a while now. Whenever we were first starting off, we were getting real busy doing the enclosures, but then things started to really die off. And I reached out to some of our customers in the different forums and saying, hey, what's going on? Has somebody been saying something? Or, why is things really slowed down? And what the customers were saying is that a lot of these DIY guys were afraid of tying in with their factory sound systems. We're like, well, crap, we do it all the time. It's not hard. We have parts that we use to do this. So we started offering these different harnesses and stuff over the years, and this is the one that we've had for a long time. This actually fits the Dodge Rams all the way down to 2009. So any Ram that comes with a factory subwoofer since 2009 to 2018. And then the heavy duty trucks since 19 and up. So the 5th gen heavy duties, you have the option of Harman or Alpine, and they both use the same harness. What this does is you unplug the factory subwoofer and flip up the back seat, and there's a subwoofer there. If it's a mega cab, it's built into the cargo bins that are behind the seat. So we're going to talk about the one under the seat. Say you have a crew cab. You flip up the seat, you unbolt the factory sub, and you unplug it. This plugs into that plug. We make this harness here, and you just plug it in, and then that harness, we have a little Y here, so that harness goes into our converter. Our converter is giving you that RCA signal in order to run your new subwoofer. The other half of the harness is your power and ground. So yellow is your power, black is your ground. So whenever this module sees audio and sees power, it will make the remote turn on wire for you. This will tell your new amplifier to turn on. This does everything that you need it to. No need for pulling the radio, no need for trying to find a fuse or something like that to make an ignition source. This is going to take care of it for you. And the way that we intend for this to be installed is you're going to need to run the remote to your new amp. What we do is we run the power and ground into the power and ground inputs at your new amplifier, and then we just stick the remote wire back into the amp and you're good to go. This makes for a super clean and easy installation. On these trucks, like you don't have to pull the back seat, you don't have to do anything fancy. You plug this in and then you run power and ground for your new amplifier, and that's it. Super straightforward. And then we do offer upgrades and different options for this. So if you want to do an audio control or a WaveTech interface or an Epicenter or something like that, then we have different options that we can go through, and you can ask us about all that. One thing that we really preach with these new trucks and with these converters is your amplifier ground. So we've been using these converters almost exclusively 8 or 9 years. It's been a long time at this point, and we just don't have problems with them. These are super rock solid products. We have really great luck with them, except for a batch where we were shipping them out to our customers. What happens is that customers are using a factory bolt or a factory grounding stud, something like that, in the truck instead of making their own ground. If this amplifier does not see a good ground, that electricity, it's trying to work really hard. And if it doesn't see the ground that it needs, then it's going to go through the path of least resistance. And believe it or not, a lot of times that's going through your RCAs. It's going to go through the RCAs to this because it's getting a ground through the factory audio signal. And so that will eventually cause problems with the converters. What we started doing is every one of these converters, we test these. We make it as an assembly, and then we have a structure on our test bench, and we run audio through it and we run power through it to make sure that it's passing audio through the RCAs and to make sure that the remote wire is putting out 12 volts. With every one of these that you get, super fancy packaging here, but we supply a tested certificate so that it says we know that this sucker worked whenever we package it up. With these, just please make sure with your new amplifier that you get a good clean ground. Not just for this performance, but that's what's going to ensure that your new amplifier performs the way that you expect it to. Then with these systems, if you have a 19 and up, these come with your ANC harness. So this is to bypass the active noise cancellation. If you have Alpine or Harman on the 19 and up 5th gen heavy duties, the amplifier is up next to the e-brake up under the dash, and then this harness plugs in up there. Just a plug and play. You get to the factory amp, it will only plug in one way, and you move on. That's it. No cutting wires, no depinning anything, nothing like that. Super straightforward. and that will eliminate the drone issue that can come from adding subs with a factory premium system in these new trucks. If you don't add this, then the subwoofers will whoa, 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 as it's trying to fight and cancel out that extra volume you just added to your system. Hopefully that answers all your questions, and if you have any more, absolutely hit us up in the comment section below. Shoot us an email at netaudiowf@gmail.com, or feel free to call the shop at 940-767-1800, and we'll get you taken care of. Thanks, guys.